Hello, welcome back to my channel. This video is not scripted, so I'm sorry future editing me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. If you didn't watch my live, go watch it, by the way, because I'm discussing like I don't want to see any white women do any social commentary, because I feel like if you're white, you don't have the range to just do social commentary. Like you just don't. Okay, now that that's set up, I have a special video for you today. So if you don't know, Canada is if you don't know, weed is legal in Canada, which means I can just go to the store and I can buy it. Like they can even deliver it to my house. Think about that. Like a couple years ago, me and my friends would be in the alleys like, yo, are they seeing us? Like, is the police coming? And now they can just deliver it to me. Like, that's crazy to me. So I got some CBD, okay, honey, like I'm getting, sophisticated with my weed. I'm smoking this because, so that's the video. That's why I'm filming this. Let me just make sure my camera is like filming real quick. Hold up. I'm smoking CBD because it's my first time smoking CBD, so I want to see what it does. Like, does it get me high? Does it not get me high? Like, what is the, like, is it gonna help my chronic pain? Because if you return on my channel, you know that I have chronic pain. Go watch that video. So I'm like, will this help my chronic pain? But I know it's on medical weed, so I don't know if it's actually gonna do anything, but maybe it could be like a temporary, solution. So we're gonna roll and you guys are gonna watch me smoke CBD for the fucking first time, okay? Yeah. So while I roll, I guess we can talk a little bit about my relationship with weed, because I feel like I have a weird relationship with weed, or like, how can I even describe it? It's like this inconsistent, it's complex, okay? Because at the same time, if you smoke weed, you love weed. Like who doesn't like weed? Okay, by the way, I don't have a grinder, so I just blend my weed. Hack for anyone. I have like this complex relationship with weed, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, meaning like I'm not the only one. I know if you're watching this, you probably have like you probably have this weird relationship with weed too, because weed is just like this, it's like a friend of me, So of course I'm smoking right now. I love weed, like who doesn't love weed? But I think I'm gonna use this video to kind of talk about like the downsides of weed, or like the negative, because weed is often glorified, right, in the media, or like in pop culture. It's always like glorified. And I think sometimes as like people who smoke, I'm not a stoner, but as people who smoke, I think it's our duty to like also talk about the negative sides of weed. For me, a downside of weed is that if you don't know what you're smoking, you can smoke shit that like really gives you a lot of anxiety. And I already have a lot of anxiety in my life, right? And it's so easy to like, especially if you're buying, anywhere and you don't know what's in it. That's one of the first downsides. Like that's why I like that Canada it's legal, because I know exactly what I'm smoking right now. I know the amount of THC, I know everything, so if you're buying weed of the streets, even though shout out to the dealers, like that's not what we're seeing right now, but yeah, that's not the downside. Like you don't know what you're smoking, and you can end up having like a lot of anxiety, a lot of paranoia, and it's just a fact, right? Am I really doing this on camera? Like, this feels wrong. The downside of weed, personally, I feel like it's paranoia. And that's why I'm smoking CBD, because I'm trying to see, like, what is CBD giving that, like, THC is not, And when I smoke weed, like, honestly, if I'm smoking something strong, if I'm smoking higher than, like, 10-12% THC, girl, it's over. And if it's sativa, I'm out. Like, I'm gonna be having paranoia, okay? So I think like this is one of the downsides, and that's why if weed is legal where you are, just like know what you like to smoke. Now I know that like I can smoke, low THC. Like another huge thing about weed is that it's addictive. Like I don't know who was telling us that it wasn't, but it is addictive. Like it's definitely something that's addictive, because when you do it, you're like, oh my God, I want to do it again. That's basically addiction, bitch. So please don't mind my nails, okay? But she's cute. I really don't roll a lot, so think about that. So yeah, I was saying that weed is definitely addictive, you know, like it's not true that it's not. Like, I'm sure that it's not addictive. Like, it definitely is. Like, I know people that, you know, they can't go a day without smoking. Like, if you can't go a day without smoking, you're addicted to weed. Like, I don't know who's gonna tell you, like, but I'm telling you. The CBD I'm smoking right now definitely feels like weed. I feel like CBD is great if you love the taste of weed and you want to smoke. It's probably, you know what? What I'm smoking right now, it's probably great if you want to go to a party and you don't want to smoke. You don't want to like get high, but you still want to participate in the social, like, you know, activity of smoking. I feel like this is great to bring with you. Tell them, keep that in mind after COVID. Because I just realized like a tip. Like, I just realized something. Whoa. Like, if you know that you're trying to stop, if you know that you're trying to, you know, see and watch how much you smoke, I feel like this is perfect if you still love the social activity of weed. It tastes good. I feel like it's true. Right now with the CBD, I'm feeling it more in my body. It's true. It's true. It's just not in my mind. You know, when if you smoke, you know, when sometimes you feel it in your heart and like your legs, like I'm feeling it right now. It's like a pulsing through my body. But low key, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like my heart is beating faster, which is the anxiety effect. So maybe CBD can also give you like a tiny bit of like anxiety, but it's not anxiety, it's just like a rush. Like, I'm definitely like a little bit though. Like, I feel like I'm just like, I don't know, I feel something, but it's not like, it's like coming down. I feel like it's more of a coming down from a high. You know, when you smoked and you've had your peak and then you're just like chilling, watching a movie or whatever. I feel like that's what the CBD is doing to me right now. Just like oh, I just smoked. Like, it's like, oh, did I smoke 2 hours ago? It's interesting. But I'm gonna say it again. I still feel the anxiety thing. So I don't know. And it's weird because you're feeling the anxiety thing without like any mind altering, so it's like weird because it's really just in your body. Ooh, okay, this is probably great to like meditate, I feel like. Yeah.
At that point I was extremely high. Lol, get ready for a chit chat and watch me introspect.
I feel like those two emotions can really just like overlap each other. Also, it's also my birthday. It's almost my birthday. I'm turning 22. It's crazy to me that like I'm turning 22 when I just remember being like 15 and I'm like, whoa, I was 15 7 years ago? You know, that's weird, like, to realize like this jump after there's like this weird jump from like teenagehood to like adulthood. Like, it's weird. Like, I feel like 2021 and now going to be 22, it's like a lot is changing in your mind, in your body, in your spirit, like how you see life. I feel like at 20 you'll have like this thing of like, oh my god, life is not what I thought it was, you know. 15 years old is like, I was a kid, like I was a child, you know, at 15. Like, when I really think about it, from where I am now to back then. So for me, when grown men like seeking out younger people, it's not even 15, like even at 18, like even 4 years ago, I was just totally in a different space at 18. So we're gonna leave 15, let's go to 18. Like, even at 18, I feel like I was so, you know, young. Like, my mind was just, I was just seeing the world completely different. First of all, the reason I started YouTube, it's really not for like to share my knowledge, like it's really because I want to document my life. I want to be able to look back. In 10 years and be like, oh my god, at 21, like, oh yeah, true, I remember this apartment, because my memory is really not the best. Like, when I say that, I feel like all our memories are not the best. We think we have great memory, but we don't. So it's beautiful. Honestly, it's beautiful. Start a YouTube channel. I'm feeling inspired. It's almost my birthday, and I don't know, I feel like this is a new decade, this is the new year. You know, like, oh my god, I think I'm feeling positive. I started this new job, right? And you know, I was really afraid of starting this new job, but now that I did it, I'm like, I know why my mind or my higher self, if I may say, like, was telling me, no, you can do that, like, get that job. Because all that to say, I went, and I really wanted to get this job in the context of COVID, you know, financially too. Like, I really don't want to work a 9 to 5 right now. I guess I'm trying to pass a message to, like, the people who are trying to also live off their art and, like, on only being creative. I really want to work for myself. I want to be my own boss. Like, I want to dictate my own, you know, hours in the day, because it just makes sense. It just makes sense. I think I wouldn't want to, you know, have this job because I'm like, oh, it's taking me a step further from what I want to manifest. But sometimes you kind of have to take, like, kind of have to do things that you know that you kind of have to do things because it's just part of the journey sometimes. Like, it's just part of the path, but it doesn't define you. But yeah, obviously I'm high. No, CBD makes you high. That's the conclusion of this video. Okay, thanks for watching. No, CBD makes you high. If you wanted to know, now you know. I'm telling you. If you don't smoke a lot, because I, like, last time I smoked was like 2 months ago. So if you don't smoke a lot, it makes you high, but just different. It's better. It's better. Like, it's more present. You're more like up there. It's just enough of a buzz. So, but it makes you a little. If you know what your downsides with weed are and what's your relationship with weed, be aware and know your own limits. Don't do anything you don't feel comfortable doing, and practice listening to yourself with weed. I feel like that's what it teaches me, and it's really just a plant when we think about it. So it's never that deep. That's why I love it, because it's never that deep with weed. It's like, it's just a little buzz. It feels very, like, natural to smoke. Okay, anyways. I could talk for hours. I feel like on my YouTube channel you don't see it a lot, but I could talk for hours. Like, I could keep up a conversation for hours with someone, like, because there's so much to talk about. Like, I feel like there's always so much to talk about. So I'm gonna stop the video here so I don't keep going. But thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you so much for 500 subscribers. Like, ooh, almost like at 600, and from there it's almost at 1K. I don't care. But okay, bye. I'll see you next time. Bisous.